So we're talking about generosity, one of my really favorite topics with children. And in today's material world, we can get stuck into thinking that our children are really selfish. They don't ever want to do anything or give anything to anyone else. They don't want to share. And yet actually, according to Circle of Courage model and a lot of other research, children are naturally generous. But what is generosity? Generosity is the capacity and the willingness to do and give to others without expecting anything in return. So, how do we naturally let this blossom? Well, if you've looked at the other clips in my YouTube channel, you will notice that generosity is one of those 4 spokes: belonging, mastery, independence, and generosity, which actually build a child's self-esteem. Why are we saying that is that when a child is able to give or do for another, then this makes them feel quite important. And in that importance, this is where the self-esteem blossoms. So what are some really practical ways that you can encourage and actively, consciously bring out the generosity in your child? One of the ways, of course, is to show generosity yourself. Caring, sharing, showing affection, giving hugs. That's obviously what they're going to be learning, what they see. And then a very nice method is to take a large jar or container, and every day at supper time, you encourage them to write down, or if they can't write, you write, something that they are grateful, most grateful for that day, and that gets put into the jar. And at the end, when the jar is really full, you can take them out and read them. It's also really lovely to notice. And then, of course, there's the encouraging of gift making and gift giving. Children love to make even little stones and paint on them, little posies of flowers. Let them go ahead and find ideas of things to give and to gift and to make. And then there's the more community-orientated ideas, where you can choose a senior citizens' home to visit, or an animal shelter where they can pet the animals, or even getting involved in recycling projects, community projects, donating old toys, old clothing. These are all lovely ways for a child to feel more generous. And then lastly, also look at asking them every now and then, checking in. What do you think this person needs? What would make them really happy? And what could we give them or say to them that would make them feel better? And in giving and sharing to others, of course, they start to feel wonderful and generous and much more helpful and cooperative themselves. So give it a try. Have a generous, wonderful week, and more next week. Remember to like or subscribe, and of course, get the Parent Magic book if you want lots and lots more tips.